Good morning, children. So now our next graph is histogram. Okay. So what is histogram? Histogram refers to the graphical representation that displays data by way of bars to show frequencies of the numerical data. Okay. Before telling you histogram and bar graph, difference between histogram and bar graph, let's come to the one term, that is frequency. So what is frequency? Frequency is the number of times a particular value occur in a given data. Okay, how many times a particular data is coming, that is frequency. Got? Now come to the histogram and bar graph. Now see, what is the main difference between histogram and bar graph? How we come to decide that it is histogram or bar graph? Okay, so in exercise 5.1, mean first exercise, if you will notice, the first question is like that. You have to tell from four options, you have to tell in which you have to draw histogram. Okay, now see here, first you should know what is histogram. Now see, histogram and bar graph. Okay, so histogram refers to the graphical representation that displays data by way of bars to show the frequency of numerical data. And this is for bar graph. Bar graph is a pictorial representation of data that use bars to compare different categories of data. Okay. Second is bar touches each other. In histogram, bar touches each other. Hence there are no spaces between bars. But in bar graph, they do not touch each other. Hence there is a equal gap between the bars. Now see, this is histogram, this is bar graph. Okay, when we will draw histogram, we will draw histogram when groups are divided into frequency or numerical data. We can divide it into numerical data. And when we will draw bar graph, when these are given in different categories. You can see here example, these are given years and this is given population. Okay, here it is given years. 1960, 1965, 1970, 1975 and 1980. Okay, and here it is given frequency, means population on particular years, in particular years. But here if you will see cat, dog, rat, here it is not given frequency. You can see here it is not, here it is not given numerical data. Okay, these are given different categories. And here it is given frequencies of animal, means how many time cat is coming, how many time dog is coming, how many time rat is coming. Okay, now come to the frequency distribution table. Okay, now this is a frequency distribution table. Here it is given class, here it is given telemarks and frequency. We all know what are telemarks and frequency. Telemarks are symbols. Okay, for suppose frequency is 5, means this in this class 5 numbers are there. Then how we will show by telemarks? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and if we will talk about second one, it is given 8. Frequency is given 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here it is given 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Means 4 we will make a standing line, and if it is 5, then we will cut it. We will do a slant line over it. Now come to the class interval. Okay, so what is class interval? So when all observations are classified in several groups according to their size, then these groups are called class interval. These all are class intervals. Okay, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, this is class interval. Now, lower class limit. If we will talk about lower class limit, so the lowest number in every class interval is called the lower limit. For example, if I will take 20 or 30, so from this class interval 20 or 30, 20 is lower class. But now come to the upper class. The highest number in every class interval is known as its upper class. So from 20 to 30, 30 is upper class. Got? Now come to the size. The difference between upper class limit and lower class limit is called the size of the class interval. We have to find out the size. So in this case, if we'll take any of the class, suppose 40 or 50. So 50 minus 40 is 10. That is the size of the class interval.